All right, hey guys, welcome. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Anthony. And in today's video, we're going to talk about my very good friend, the mocha pot. All right, so a couple of things about the mocha pot as we get started. One, they come in various sizes. Now, this makes about 9 ounces of espresso. Now, technically speaking, it's not technically espresso, but tastes just like espresso. I'm not going to get into that now. I'll probably talk about that in another video. But so anyway, this makes about, I'm going with espresso. I'm going to call it espresso. This makes about 9 ounces of espresso. Generally, it takes about 2 ounces of espresso for a cup of coffee, a latte, what have you. Some people like a little less, some people like a little more. So just depends upon how many ounces you prefer in your drink. Depends upon how many cups you're going to get out of your mocha pot. So anyway, this makes 9 ounces. The smallest ones make about 2 ounces, and the big ones for the party, whatever, large family, what have you, 24 ounces. So I like this size. So that's one thing. The other thing is they come in 2 types. So this one is stainless steel, and then you also have the aluminum pot. Now, some people hear aluminum and they start losing it. They understand there's some health concerns regarding aluminum. As I understand it, my research, I think it's like 0.0024 milligrams of aluminum are in the actual cup. Actually, what happens is it does, for some people, they can actually taste the difference. But so just to put that in perspective, I think an antacid has like 200 milligrams. So of course, an antacid you might have every once in a while, where if you're drinking coffee every day, I don't know. Anyway, just a little information for you. Do your homework. Do whatever works for you. If you're concerned about the aluminum, don't do it. If you're not concerned, you're not concerned. Roll with it. So myself, I'm going with the aluminum. So there you go. You got 2 choices on that. Okay, so now I want to look at the pieces. This is really awesome. So you have the bottom chamber here. Okay, this guy right here, this is where the water goes in. And then you have the coffee basket, so your coffee grinds go in here. And then you have the upper chamber, okay? So it has the bottom, and in here you would place your filter, and then you would place the seal over that to seal that filter down. And then so what happens is the water is pressurized through the heat on the stove. Obviously, could be a campfire. So the water is the temperature heats up, pressurizes the water up through the filter, and then it percolates up through, and then you'll see it kind of just nicely pouring out. We'll do it here in a second. So let's make some espresso. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is fill this up with water. We don't want to fill it up past this line. It's all about pressure. You don't want to over pressurize the thing. So again, just super important. Do not fill past this point right here. So we're just going to fill it up. Some water. Okay, so next thing we want to put it on the burner. We want to put the coffee basket in. We want to grab our coffee. We're going to go with our medium dark roast Peruvian, and then we're going to pour that in. Now, one thing I like to do is I kind of stop a little bit, give it a tap, drop it a little bit, kind of want it to settle. What you don't want to do is you don't want there to be a channel where the water runs through and it's not soaking up all of the coffee, okay? It's not running through the whole puck, if you will. So you kind of want to get it level, but you don't want to compress it. I like to use a knife, kind of just level it out. If you need a little more, get a little more. What's also very important is you don't want to leave any of the grinds here on the rim, because that will compromise your seal, and then that will hinder the pressure coming up through, and you don't want to do that. So just put a little bit more on there. Level it out. There you go. Okay, so at this point you want to screw the top on. And you want to make sure that it's very firm. Because what happens is if this is not tight enough, you don't want to overdo it so you can't undo it later. You know, you just want to hand tight, get it pretty tight, because otherwise if it's not tight, it's going to start boiling out here. It's hindering the pressure coming up through. It's a nightmare. So just make sure it's super tight. Okay, so two things here. One, you want to make sure that the handle is not straight up above the heat here. Otherwise, right, you grab it, you're going to burn yourself. So you want to put this all the way to the very edge of the burner. And then the other thing is, what I do is I put it on the lowest simmer setting. And the reason why is because what happens is if the temperature is very low, then the pressure is not going to be as forceful. And so it's going to take its time. The water's going to take its time pressing up through. And while it's taking its time, it's just collecting flavor, and drawing out that flavor before it comes and percolates up through the top. If you turn it up too high and you're up all the way to 8 or whatever, 6, whatever, then it's going to force its way through so fast that it's not going to pick up enough flavor and your coffee's not going to taste as good. So, you know, you can play around with it, see what works for you. Me, I go with the simmer setting. Now, one little tip that I have is you can turn it up to 8 for like 5 minutes. Just get this thing piping hot. And then, so that just speeds up the process. And then after 5 minutes, don't let it go longer than that. Then turn it back down and just wait for it to brew. All right, so while we're waiting for that to brew, I thought I would just talk about how great this thing is it's easy to use. As you have seen, hopefully you think that's pretty easy. I think it's pretty easy. It's great to take on vacation. When I go on vacation, we see our friends, the Sings in New York, and when we go there, I got my stuff with me, and it's great. You know, it's just great to bring it with so that you can make lattes and hook people up, you know, so they don't have to go to the cafe. They right there first thing in the morning, hey, anybody want a latte? Right? So it's great for vacation. You can take it to work. What I do is if you go to wherever you're working, you can pour your espresso into here, into a thermos that keeps it hot, save it, and then so you can just take it with you to work. If you have a microwave and you want to heat up some milk, boom, pour those two things together, put some sugar, boom, you're ready to go. It's great for camping. You go and camp in this little mocha pot, just put it on your campfire. Again, watch the handle, but it's great to take with you. I also like to, again, if I'm going to a park, I brew up some espresso, we're hanging out with some friends at the park, the beach, wherever. You've got some espresso. I just bring, you know, some milk on ice. I bring some cups. I bring what I need, and then when we get where we're going, boom, lattes for everyone. So that's what I like about this thing. Between this pot and storing it up, it's a great combination. All right, so I did what I encourage you to do. I set the timer on the microwave. 5 minutes has passed, so I'm going to turn this bad boy down. I turn it down to simmer, and so, you know, that just speeds the process up. You know, I really want to get this drink going, finish this video, so I can enjoy. So anyway, that's just another little tip to help you speed the process if that's what you want to do. All right, here it comes. The liquid gold. And just take notice how slow that it's coming out. So that I like it this way. You may want it a little faster. Again, you can increase the heat to your preference. but it's just gonna come out real slow. And I like it's just make it a little stronger. See, it's just coming out real slow there. And before you know it, this thing will be full. All right, and there you have it. Full up, ready to go. All right, well, there you go. That's all you need to do to make some delicious espresso. Now, for me, I made a latte. I wish you were here. I wish I could have shared some of this with you. But that's the beauty of it, right? You can get that mocha pot, make some at home, and enjoy any kind of espresso drink you want, Americano, whatever, cappuccino, latte. So what I would love, I hope you'll do this. I hope if you get the mocha pot, please let me know. Did you like it? How was the experience? Did it take your coffee drinking experience to the next level, which kind of is the goal, and I really think it does that. But be curious to know what your experience is, what your thoughts are, and so would love to hear from you. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe, hit that notification bell, so every time I make a video, you'll be notified. So yeah, enjoy, and we'll catch you in the next video.